If you've been following me for a while or seen some of the previous episodes, this painting behind me may look familiar. But no, it is not the same painting as before. Same subject, but it is a different painting. This painting was done with oil paint instead of the matte acrylic painting I did previously. Now in this episode, I want to get into a bit of the differences between the two paints and go in more depth why I switched to oil paint instead of using matte acrylics as I did before. Now I've put my camera up as high as it can go, but I still can't get two paintings in a frame. Now the painting may not look large, but if I get a ruler, if I can find a ruler, yeah, there's one. This painting is 30 centimeters high by 40 and the ruler is too short. Oh, I got it the wrong way around. 30 by 40 centimeters, but I can't get two in the same frame. That doesn't work, so I'll do my best. This is the landscape I painted with the Sonja paints, and I was really happy with it. When painting it, I ran into some problems. The first problem is the color. I couldn't get the same colors as Andrew, even though I have the same set of colors in the matte acrylics as he uses for his, but I just couldn't get the same colors. And the details, the nuances between the paints just didn't work, and my water. I struggled with getting clear water, and I took a couple of approaches, and it kind of worked, but I wasn't happy with it. So when I switched for the trees to the oil paint and noticed how much stronger, more depth, more contrast I get, I just had to paint this painting again. So here's the second version of it. I'm just going to put it on top of it, and you probably can see right away how much more luminosity there is in this painting, how much more depth, how much more color nuances, and that water, yeah, there's such a difference in the water. This is water, and transparent water as I wanted it to be and as Andrew paints it, and I got so much closer to his painting than before. Well, it's not the same, I'm not at his level, absolutely not, but there's a huge improvement, and especially in all the colors, the color mixes, even though I still have the same colors for the oil too, and I gotta put the oil with it. There's the oil, the Sennelier. I have the same set as Andrew uses, at least the same color, not the same set. He uses different paint, but that helped me to get right away closer to his colors instead of these. The approach I took with both paintings was the same. I just layered a couple of layers on top of each other, and in the end here I just used a gel to get more transparent glazes, and that works so well. And I tried to do that here too, using glazing, and it kind of worked a bit here, but not on the whole part. And like here, it just worked. This too looks like water. So the depth, the luminosity, the light and darkness, you can get it. All the nuances you can get way broader than with the acrylic paint. Just made me switch completely to these oil paints, because it helps me also to get closer to my goal. And I'm really happy with this. Now, I was happy with this, of course, and I still like it. But after I painted this, I said, wow, this is so much better. So at the end of this episode, I'm going to share some slides. When I painted this, every time I stopped painting, I just took some photographs in between instead of filming it. And then you can see a little bit of the progress and how this was built up. Now, while I still think that going through the academy with acrylic paints is totally possible, for me, switching paints helps me to get closer to the goal of becoming a master painter, closer to the vision I have, the goal I have in my head and I want to reach, and I'm getting pretty close to it, and this painting is already getting pretty close to my goal. I'm not there yet, I'm gonna continue, but I'm getting there. So for me, I think it was totally worth investing into some oil paints. Brushes, well, my acrylic brushes work fine with oil paints too, so there wasn't a need to switch brushes, so I could just use the same brushes. That works fine. Do I want to say more? I think I'm done. I think that's it. I think the only thing I'm going to do now is just show you the slides, and that is then the end of this episode.